Hello my lovelies and welcome to the Parapafkar. Okay, so this is my AM routine. So right now there's nothing on my skin except for sunscreen. I've done my brows a little bit and I've put on a little bit of Mars lip tint, but that's about it. There's nothing on my skin right now. So of course this entire video is non-sponsored. I'm going to show you all of the products that I've been using so far. Now I'm not someone who does like a very frequent AM PM routine at all. Very rarely do I do an AM routine. If you're somebody who has been following me from a while, then you know that during my morning I use a lot of pigmentation based creams, and towards the evening I am a tretinoin user. So one thing I wanted to make super clear is everyone's skin is so different, and it took me about 2 years to bring myself to a routine where my skin is able to tolerate all of these actives, not just tolerate but thrive on all of these actives. For some people this might seem like too many actives. For some people they might not be able to tolerate all of these actives. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. How far can your skin go, not just to tolerate but to also thrive on a certain routine, is something that you guys should be well aware of. Now, I do believe that my routine is fairly on the affordable side. However, it is time consuming. There are multiple steps involved, but it is what works the best for me. So I thought I'll go ahead and share it with you guys. So if the night before I've used a lot of moisturizer, if I've used oils, then I go ahead and start my day with a face wash in the morning. I've used the Barrier Repair face wash from The Simple. So I started trying the new Dot & Keys toner just to see what it's like, just to see how it feels on the skin. So I'm not suggesting this for all of y'all. This is a relatively new introduction and we'll talk about it as time goes on, as I review that product. And also the light in this house is crazy. Okay, there's a lot of light and it starts to fade and it starts to shine super bright randomly. So yeah. So after that, my second step has been vitamin C. Again, these are all pigmentation fighting actives in the morning. So I do use vitamin C in the mornings. One thing a lot of people don't know is that vitamin C, if your skin is not protected properly when you're using vitamin C, a lot of Indian skin can face hyperpigmentation from that. That's something that my dermat told me, which was such an eye-opener, because it is like sort of acidic at the end of the day, and if you don't protect it properly with sunscreen, then it can sort of burn your skin, especially when you're using higher strengths like above 10% and when you're moving to like 15%. So that's something you should just be aware of. And also vitamin C is most effective on dry skin. So I let my toner dry down completely and then I go in with my vitamin C. Yes, the brands that you're seeing, PhD is a new brand and I've done a paid collaboration with them before, but this video is not sponsored at all. They have no idea I'm making this video. I am trying to get through these 3 serums because I truly love them. I'm using 3 of their serums. So this is the vitamin C serum, followed by, so generally I go in with my niacinamide serum after this. It is a 10% niacinamide serum. So if your skin is sensitive and it could be too much for you, then start off really slow. If you're planning to look at this product or any product which has a 10% niacinamide, then go in super slow. And the reason I'm continuing to really use these serums is I love an acetylglucosamine. I feel like that's been such a game changer for me. If you don't know what that ingredient is, I've made an entire video on it, so please go ahead and watch that. I love that ingredient and I am trying to make sure it is a very active part of my routine. So there is an acetylglucosamine in the vitamin C serum as well as the niacinamide serum. So I've been using the niacinamide and the Alpha Arbutin serum from the PhD. I try to space them just a few, maybe even just a minute or 2 apart. I know, but however, it does get a little difficult to do that. I sometimes layer them on directly as well right after each other. So now that we've completed these steps, this is mostly the final step before sunscreen. So here is where it gets a little bit tricky. Okay, I've been using the 3% kojic acid dark spot corrector gel from the Dermaco from a long time and I really like this. Okay, I've seen results with it. It took me a lot of time, but I did feel like I saw a lot of results in terms of getting even toned skin with this product. However, this does have a tiny bit of glycolic acid, which is fine, provided I use my sunscreen and everything, but I'm also pairing it with vitamin C in the morning. I've tried to introduce it and my skin can tolerate it. However, if you're somebody who's new to skincare, the combination of that vitamin C with this can be way too much. So what I suggest is that you pick one of the 2 and only see if your skin can tolerate it. However, my skin has been adjusting quite well to it. And the thing is, this way, I literally get almost every active which is pigment targeting onto my skin. This literally completes my routine. And after this, especially with my dry skin in Mumbai right now, I do not need to apply moisturizer a lot of times. My sunscreen tends to sort of balance it all out. However, very rarely do I feel like after this step, I need another moisturizer. It's just not happening, at least not now during monsoons. I feel like I'm most of the time I feel like it's enough. So at this point, all of the actives that I've been incorporating into my daytime routine are listed over here, and I already know that's a pretty long list. All of these actives are the actives in all of the products that I've used so far. So here is a question that I've gotten numerous times in my comments below: which sunscreen do you use? Now I'll tell you something, okay, and I have to be honest with you guys. If any skincare content creator or even beauty, content creator who does skincare as well, really uses products and is really testing out new products and actually putting them on their face, then I don't know if anyone can really tell you which sunscreen they use, because I use a lot of sunscreens, and every 2 weeks I'm using new sunscreens, because that's how I make content, that's how I better understand, that's how I get into the detail of each product. If they're pilling, if they're causing any irritation, if I use it long enough or I use it on occasions when there's incredible sun exposure, that's how I know if it protects. But I do not use one particular sunscreen for a long time. But one thing is, I never skip it. I'm constantly using some or the other sunscreen. Every 2 weeks I end up changing my sunscreen. Pigmentation based actives, of course, I don't change that frequently because I can't, determine if the results are effective or not, and they are meant to target pigmentation. However, sunscreen, yes, I do change it every 2 weeks. If you want to know my favorite sunscreens, that's something that I can tell you. But which sunscreen do I use? There is no answer for that. There really isn't. So at this particular moment while I'm recording this, I just got done. So right now I've applied the Foxtail Dewy sunscreen so I can make a review for you guys. Apart from this, I do one weekly exfoliation with a gentle peel. My current favorite right now is the Minimalist EHA 10% peel. I've always really liked this particular peel, but this just smooths my skin out without being excessive. So as for lip balm, I went in with the Chemist and Play lip balm. Now this is a new launch and I just wanted to try this product out. This is the Chemist at Play Cherry Lip Balm. That's not what's on my lips now, by the way. I did put a tint on after this, so yeah. As for my favorite lip mask at this point, I should honestly be paid by Deconstruct, because I said this in so many of my videos. This is my favorite lip sleeping mask. This is the Deconstruct lip sleeping mask. Like, I'm still trying to find more good lip products for my very dry lips. I've been hearing good things about Sorai. Maybe I'll try that and see what that's like. But at the moment, in the affordable range, definitely the Deconstruct. Moisturizes, heals your lips. I felt like it did a good job with pigmentation as well. So this is my favorite lip mask. So I've kind of moved my peptides towards my evening routine at this moment, simply because I've been reading more about how acids, even though there's a very little bit of glycolic acid in this, and even the vitamin C, even though it is ethyl ascorbic acid, which is not the typical vitamin C acid, those can deteriorate the effectiveness of peptides. So I've kind of shifted peptides to the night to pair with my retinoids, my tretinoin, and I've kept these that you've seen in my AM routine. So again, just a disclaimer, if you're planning to use any of these products, please introduce them super slowly into your routine. It's a long game, guys. It's a long game. It's not something that you want overnight. It's not something that's going to happen like over a month. You have to see how your skin is adjusting. You have to slowly introduce each thing. Use the right barrier repair products. At the moment, if I do choose to use a moisturizer here with this climate, I do feel like the Dr. Sheths Oats and Ceramide Sensitive Skin Moisturizer helps me. Anything more than this tends to be a little too heavy in this climate, but this is a really good option regardless. It's like a gel creme, and I've made a detailed review on that as well, so you guys can go ahead and have a look. So that's about it. That is my updated AM routine at the moment, and if you've used any of the other products that I've shown you guys in this video, then please let me know what your experience has been, because I really want to know. So if you found this video helpful, please hit that like, share and subscribe button. You can also follow me on Instagram and until we meet next time, lots of love, stay healthy, stay hydrated.